What's up, Libra? This is Soul from Intuitive Tarot, here to look at your week ahead starting July 14th, 2025. Libra, I hope all is well. Welcome any new subscribers to my channel. You know I appreciate you. So, of course, the deck I am using will be listed in the description box. Not reading any reversals, but just to give you a heads up, this deck I'm using has 7 chakras. So, Libra, if you receive any of the chakras, I will definitely talk about those chakras and what it may mean to you in terms of the messages that you receive. Just going to cleanse the energies here from doing Virgo's messages for the week, and we shall begin with your messages. Also, too, once I'm done shuffling, after I cut, I'm just going to lay all the cards out to see what we come up with, and then I'm just going to recap the energies for you and pull it all together. All right, energies for the scales, energies for Libra. All right, here we go, Libra. All right, so the first card we're going to start off for you, Libra, is Power, Major Arcana. That's the Strength card. Okay, next up is Suffering in Silence, 9 of Swords. Next card up is the Hierophant, Wisdom. Fourth card here is the 6 of Pentacles, Material and Spiritual Prosperity. Next card up is Firm Foundation. That's the 4 of Pentacles. You received your first chakra. That's the Sacral Chakra. Next card up here is Rest and Rejuvenate, 4 of Swords. All right, 4 of Swords. Next card up here for you is Financial and Material Changes. That would be the 5 of Pentacles. Additional messages. Here's your second chakra, Solar Plexus Chakra. Next card up here is the Emperor, Major Arcana. Next card up after the Emperor is the Major Arcana, the Death card. Last card here for you is Spiritual Strength. That would be the 9 of Wands. So that's just one of my busy bees. All right, so let's go ahead and recap the energies to see exactly what could be going on here for you, Libra. So we start off with the Strength card, the card of power. So I could be talking to a Libra who has, dual personalities, or a Libra. If it's not you, maybe somebody that you know that has 2 different eye colors. So owning your power, being courageous, feeling strong, nothing is going to prevent you from doing what you need to take care of. So this is a card that's always regarded as very intense in terms of passion. This has a lot to do with, ownership, dignity, you name it. Okay, just like the Emperor that I'm going to get to. All right, so that's the Strength card here. Next card up, I'm going to throw a clarifier on that 9 of Swords. This is Suffering in Silence, and usually when the 9 of Swords shows up here, it's usually indicative of someone having to overthink extremely. It could be anything related to any suspicions, fears, doubts, unresolved conflicting energies that could be taking place from your recent past or your distant past, seeking some sort of relief through means of prescription medications for, anxiety. It could be insomnia, okay, depression, or non-prescription medication when reach for the bottle, smoking cigarettes, smoking weed, anything that's going to help you through the challenges that you may be faced with. Okay, and also too, the typical meanings of this 9 of Swords is betrayal, lies, cheating, having affairs, essay, physical abuse, emotional abuse, mental abuse, you name it. It's just a nasty card. But it may not be the type of energy that you're dealing with, Libra. If, like I always say in the past, if it is not your energy that you're dealing with and it's expressed towards you, then maybe you know someone who is dealing with some sort of barriers or restrictions. I usually get bars, like incarceration. Then it would be, their 9 of Swords as opposed to yours. We'll throw a clarifier on that after I finish the, rest of the readings here. The Wisdom card is the Hierophant. In this instance here, you have him holding a book. The dog here just simply could indicate that I'm reading for a Libra who owns a dog or a cat or some sort of pet. The book could be anything regarding higher education or learning. The house in the background here could indicate the institution. Of course, being that it's the Hierophant, there's an energy of spiritual protection that's going to be watching over you. So definitely, any enlightenments, epiphany, synchronicity, you have to pay attention to that type of energy. Someone could be getting married as well. Teaching and learning, I already talked about that, but there also could be someone training on a new job or a position. Okay. Material and spiritual prosperity is up next. That's the Six of Pentacles. So you have the female standing here. And like I just said in another video, this picture here always reminds me of um someone in Vegas. I think it's Bellagio that has the shooting water. I remember, I think it's Bellagio. That's when I went there years ago, back in like early 2000. They have the shooting water, but beautifully landscaped. You could be standing there. This could be your office or office building or some area where you live, where you see this, okay, and you could be just standing there admiring that. The other typical more meaningful meanings of this material and spiritual prosperity is the Six of Pentacles. It's a card of charity and gift giving. So you could be receiving a gift, Libra, from someone, or you could be giving someone else a gift. Still could be a small pay raise or a moderate pay raise coming in for you. And then also, too, an apology that may be forthcoming to you from someone who may have handed you a slight in the recent past. Maybe it's connected to this, suffering in silence card, the Nine of Swords. All right, so up next here for you, Libra, is the Four of Pentacles. Again, you could be receiving a small pay raise, but you might be holding on tight securely to something that needs to be released and let go. The red triangle on his back could indicate to me that someone is suffering from backaches or maybe had a recent back surgery. All right. Card up here next is the the sacral chakra. Sacral chakra, in this case for you, simply means that if it's balanced, then you're feeling, could be feeling very creative. It's low, it's located near the, below the navel, I suppose. Yeah, below the navel. It represents not only sexual expression or sexual energies, but creativity. If it is imbalanced, then it would lead to the lack of repressed creativity or the lack of sexual or some sort of sexual dysfunction taking place with, intimacy, and then it could be posing some sort of form of intimacy or emotional isolation. That's the sacral chakra. All right, so the next card up here for you is Rest and Rejuvenate. That's the Four of Swords. So, quieting your mind. This could be seen as the reduction of having to deal with the Nine of Swords energy that if this is something that you are dealing with and you're working on those energies, now you need to work on it some more, quiet yourself down, detach your energies from those things that you have become attached to, doing something exclusively just for yourself. It could be in the form of reclaiming your independence, your happiness, but just resting up. All right. This also, too, since we didn't get any movement cards here, some Libras that I'm reading for could be planning a trip in the future, near future. Next card up after that is financial and material changes. This would be the Five of Pentacles. All right, so there could be some concerns over your money, your finances this week, having to deal with some sort of financial changes. Okay, but it's temporary because it is the five. Also, it could be this is my ghosting card. So hopefully you're not ghosting someone, Libra, when it comes to communication, and they're not ghosting you. Stubborn energy, feeling left out in the cold. Okay. But there is a good positive thing that comes out of the Five of Pentacles. You can still be the Libra that donates your time and money to worthy charitable causes. Any financial problems that you are dealing with this week, again, is temporary. Okay. Now let's swing back here to the cards that are on top of these cards, and we have another chakra. This is the solar plexus chakra. In this instance here, if all is well, Libra, then you could be enjoying your self-esteem. Okay. Pleasure, enjoying pleasure. Willpower is strong. Um, there's something going on here with your personal responsibility. If these energies are imbalanced for you, it could be having to deal with low self-esteem, control issues, being, manipulative towards others. And then there also too could be a misuse of power. So hopefully that's not the case, but that's the meanings of that chakra here. If it's balanced, it's good. If it's imbalanced, those are the things that could be going on. Next up is the major arcana authority, emperor. So the spiritual ring around the character's head just usually indicates some sort of spiritual enlightenment. Um, could be going on. This is a card that always read that you are in control. You will be in control, and it's controlling the energies of your own self, not trying to be manipulative or controlling towards others. There may be some instances here for Libras who are dealing with court situations, or you could work in the court system itself. The character here looking very stern, authoritative. Definitely could be a father figure attached to Libra. Now over on the spirit side, spirit side or realm, they may have worked in the courts, served time in the military, or could have been a police officer. They could have been a judge, lawyer. Okay. This also is a card of, boss mode leadership. So you could be promoted to a new position. You could be asked to lead over others. But the most important thing here is that no matter what's going on here for you this week, you're in control of your own energies. Next up is transformation. The death card never ever means physical death. It means that there is something that you need to identify that needs to come to an end or put to an end. Once that is identified, then something new is going to replace that. I usually assign the most simplest thing to the death card, and that could be just you, Libra, having to go through the week, discovering that you need to clear up some space, make space for something new. Okay, cleaning or clearing away clutter. Last card I have for you is spiritual strength, and that just simply is one of my busy bees here. Okay, I don't know why they call it spiritual strength. He too has a ring around his person, so spiritual energy. But this is the Nine of Wands, and this is how I read it as one of my busy bees. If you can interpret this card another way, that's fine by me because it's just what I see. I don't have a problem with that, but you having to have energy, getting some sort of energy assist or boost to carry out whatever you need to carry out this week. Whether it's work related, whether it's just running around doing errands and things for yourself, family members, friends, romantic partners, you will have the energy of the Nine of Wands. Okay. All right. So this is what I have for you this week, Libra. Keep in mind, it's just me interpreting these messages here for you. Only take what's going to work for you. Leave the rest alone. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Always come back here to get more of these messages from me, Libra, and I'll talk to you real soon. Ciao.